Hello people, we are back for Kubera, picking up where we left off in that travesty of a stream on Wednesday. As I mentioned in the comments of the VOD, the stream cuts off for some ungodly reason, just to really add some extra scuff to that entire experience. So all I'll be doing is I was originally planning to just redo the entire chapter, but I don't have the will to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to roughly around where the stream cuts off, which is toward the end. It's not all the way at the end, but it's not too far. We didn't lose too much. It's around here, right? It's during this segment. You all know it. I did read this, right? Roltara, fuck's sake. Calvin not being able to tell people about the things Vishnu told her, but now she's able to tell Ran. God, just looking at this makes just, I get fucking Nam flashbacks of the stream yesterday, because I'm recording this on Thursday, because I can't record Friday. Which is when this is going up, by the way. And guess what else is on Friday? It's my fucking birthday, so you better sub. You better comment saying happy birthday as well. You are obligated to comment. But I'm also at work because I'm a fool and forgot to book it off. But yeah. Now obviously Vision's like, yeah, I'll be going somewhere, I'll be going very far, and if I come back, you know, if you do see me again, you must ignore me because I won't be the same. And I don't know if the stream picked this up because I didn't actually pay much attention to it. But what I'd said in the stream, whether it got cut off or not, was the fact that this probably answers the question of who Asha met. It wasn't Kali, it was in fact Vishnu, but it wasn't this Vishnu, it is Vishnu 2, Electric Boogaloo, because he no longer cares about, you know, the people or the universe, right? It's this Vishnu that's shrouded in this red here, not our nice, happy, good guy Vishnu, okay? That's what I get. That's what that's basically all saying, and what was cut off the stream there. However, this was entirely cut off, so let's read this. Tja. She should be a goner already, had this been the human realm. Hey there, you sure you can't help me a bit? I can't believe I'm saying this to you, but honestly, it'd be dangerous for me to fight her alone. I mean, Ron can't, because this isn't a possibility. This is the real universe. If he isn't careful, he'll eat his life force. His lifespan, which is what is about to be said. Because obviously, I know, I read this yesterday. Oh, what an absolute clown fiesta that yesterday was. Well, it was an experience, you know, it was an experience we can all remember and laugh about in the future. What do I do? I already know from experience how fast one's lifespan gets drained in the abyss. What's more, since this universe isn't one of those universes with possibilities without leads, any lifespan I end up using here will be reflected on my lifespan in the year N5. In the worst case scenario, my lifespan in the year N5 could be shortened by too much, and I may not survive until the year N23. But then, not doing anything right now will also lead us to death. How could I possibly... Right, there is one way out of this. Yeah, a way to completely turn the tables. And as I said at the end of the stream that got cut off, no, Ran, do not do it. No, don't do it. Not very good. Don't be doing that. I don't like what you're planning. Don't do it, Ran. Not very good. I don't know why I did it in that accent. It's not how I did it in the stream at all. My fucking Christ. Bloody hell. Year N23, Calibloom, before leaving Conchas. Oh fuck, we're back to the present. Well, not quite the present. It's before going to Conchas, but we're almost there. Why are you coming out when you... Why are you not... Why are you coming out when you're not done explaining? Just in case we might drop out of the mission, if he knows the rest. You have a point. Rather than joining in joining a burdensome mission, finding out how to undo the effect and threatening another human sounds a lot more like Asura. Here, this is the lifting spell. Stand close to the animal and read it, while thinking you wish to undo the item. Isn't this a summoning spell? It's just written in the format of a summoning spell, but it can't actually summon a god. That god's in a state that can no longer be summoned. Not to mention, you got no talent in summoning. By the way you said that, this was Kali's item, so why is this spell... Who's it summoning? Is it summoning Marut? Is it summoning Marut? I wonder. Who's that summoning? Stop rambling and start reading. Alright. I mean, yeah, that works. Okay, that's equally as spicy. If anything, that's more spicy. Ida to Vishnu. This is the Eye of Perishment. It's pretty. It's so red, just like... Similar to a fragment. You should know, since you have experience going around gathering them from Taraka. The only difference is that one's a refined item. But in the end, both the fragment and the Eye of Perishment are parts of Kali. Just like a Taraka gets stronger by absorbing a fragment, a Sura can get stronger by equipping the Eye of Punishment. Perishment. Perishment! Perishment! Good Christ. I'll never learn, will I? And paying Kali for its price. Season 3, episode 253, Abyss 17. But do we really think Kalavinga's gonna willingly pay the cost? Like, do we really think she'd do that? Or is that not what you're thinking, Ron? Now, the following is the way how to use it. One human and one Sura come to agree on one wish, under the full awareness of the item's consequences. Then, the human honors the spell needed to equip it. The item gets attached to the Sura, and the Sura achieves growth into the next level. The extent of the penalty for using the item will depend on how much normal time it fast-forwarded. The important thing is that before you use the item, you must explain the consequences and get consent. Doesn't that Maruna know about the consequences? I mean, since his reason for tagging along is because he wants to grow, so he'll of course consent. Get lost before I kill you. Ugh. I'm telling you, since it might not be him that you end up using it on. I'm sorry, what are you... This is just a mission to visit a planet that's been destroyed. No? I don't think I'd be running into another Rakshasa that may need it. It's not like this mission is an expedition to the Sura realm, you know? Did you fucking know the entire time, Chandra? Well, I mean, you had met Ran in the past, so... I suppose it would be weird for you to not know. Interesting. Also, surely using the Eye of Perishment in the past causes some weird fucking shenanigans. Right? But I guess it just it ends up somewhere random after you use it, so it can just end up where it's supposed to be. Yeah, fair enough. Hold on, I need to think this over. Maybe you should find someone else. Nice try! You already heard how to use the item and all. Oh, just forget about it! I won't tell anyone! I'm just trying to get prepared for all possibilities, so I can't be 100% sure that you'll go through. If you happen to use it on some other Sura, make sure to explain the penalty and get consent. It shouldn't harm you as long as you do everything properly. And what if I don't explain properly? Then you'll be considered to have deceived the Sura, and the growth penalty will fall on your shoulders instead. Ooh, now that's spicy. I like that. Okay, that is nice. Ooh. Just bopped my mic. Ah, and then I hit the springs that hold this. Oh, that's saucy. I'm intrigued. Just make sure to provide all the information regarding the penalty, then you'll be covered. Here, this is a mounting spell. So the opposite of the last time. And rate it what you think you want to equip the item. Ida, Atu, Kali. Oh, I see. The manning spell is Kali. I guess the one before didn't have her on it because it was a lifting spell. You really fucking think that it's a coincidence that those two spells work in parallel to each other, huh? You really bloody think that's a coincidence? Okay. But then, even if I wanted to explain the penalty, this fella won't understand a thing. No? That's why the aim will get mounted, but nothing will happen. That animal is a degenerate species that has no advanced growth stage whatsoever. Because there was no deal in place, the lifting spell worked. Then, when there's an established deal in place and growth occurs, the lifting spell won't work. It used to when Vishnu was here, but not anymore. Now, when a proper deal's made and put in place, nothing can reverse it. Be mindful of that, and use it cautiously. Although, there are a total of 7 Eyes of Perishment. Ruling out the ones that are already being mounted, only one can be traced. There are 7 of them, huh? So I think my understanding of this item was just wrong. There are 7. I wonder what happens when all 7 of them are used. That's right. Cautiously. To be honest, I was consumed by anger at the time. I was about to use the item recklessly. But not now. The time right now is when we could truly use the power of growth. But then, she seems to be really nice from the way she's acting. Would it be right for me to burden her with a penalty? So what if we get stronger and get out of this situation? What if our current good-hearted character gets defected? By the way, do you by any chance know what Eye of Perishment is? Eye of Perishment? I heard it goes by pledge token among Sura, but it's an item that lets you grow when you... It's an item that lets you grow. Have you heard of it? Oh, that... Yeah, I know. Just as I expected, she's aware. Would she know of the penalty as well? If she doesn't, then I could always take the penalty upon myself. But why are you bringing it up all of a sudden? Did I ever tell you that I'm in possession of that item? Huh? You... What? What are you talking about? Are you saying you have the Eye of Perishment with you? Huh? When you bring it up because you already knew I did? God Vishnu gave it to me. He told me he'd found it about 500 years ago. 500 years ago from now is... Well fucking played. Well played, Corrigan. Well played. Oh my god. So he gave her the one that he took from us back then. Wait. What's this that I'm holding right now? Or is it right for me to be holding this right now? Why am I taking it so naturally? Did you know how to use the item? God Vishnu never taught me how to use it when he handed it to me. So she doesn't seem to know about the penalty. Also, her Sura form's fucking baller, by the way. We talk about how dope Kalavinka's Sura form is. Like, out of all the Garuda we've seen, her, like, head is by far the coolest. She looks like a... Yeah, she's obviously more bird than anything, but she very much looks like a dragon. Like, the head shape. Bro, she looks so fucking dope. She looks so cool. Out of all the Garuda we've seen, she's by far the coolest, like, Sura form. Bruh, what the fuck? Okay, I'm slowly coming to understand why people like her, just from a design perspective. Looks like her new goal is to separate you from me. Did you hear us talk about the item? I never thought she had no intelligence and she didn't react to what I'd said. Why is her attack panel simplified now? Run, Cyruf. Roltara! Hey, what are you doing? If you're going to join the fight, then use your full power like you did back in Calibloom. That's not something you can just butt in and approach. What? She stopped attacking? Roltara? You do recognize me. What's happened? I got here right when I was chasing after you. But I heard you came here 5 years before me. There's no time. Only you can set me free. No, wait. Run. Kill. I don't want to kill anymore. Help me. Run, Spyro. Use the eye on me. Huh? Ooh, what the bloody hell going on? What the hell is happening here? What the hell is going on? Also, if you're watching this on Friday, which is when it'll have gone up, I won't have streamed on Thursday, as you'll have probably seen, because right now this chapter is taking an eternity to load because I'm still, as I tweeted out, you should follow me on Twitter, my Wi-Fi issues are still very much persistent, so I couldn't stream on Thursday either, which is a shame, but, you know, these things happen, and you just move on. Yeah, this is taking fucking forever to load, what the hell. So, nice weather we're having. A nice autumn, yeah? Just gonna sift through Twitter a touch while I, you know, wait for this to load. Twitter's been an interesting place the past couple of days. It's been very fun. Very, very fun. If you know why, well, you might not find it fun, but you might. I hope you find it fun. Real quick, I'm just gonna go and retweet that. God, how much? I tweeted so fucking much yesterday. It's unreal. Like, that's an absurd amount of tweets in one day. Bro, why? How is the episode still not loaded? What in God's name is happening? You know what? I was about to say, why not? We'll just carry on reading while it loads. As I was about to say that, it's loaded. Look at that. What a waste of time. I should probably just cut that out. But I won't, because you know me. Ha! You think growth is possible just because a human being is present? The item itself is in my possession. What? Why is that item over there? Do you really... So you really were her pack? What? You approached me to steal that item from me? Please, run, Cyruf. Let me have the item. It's helping you grow right now. Something that's for the sake of Maruna. Maybe you've forgotten about it. But you turned me down when I suggested you grow a while back, Roltara. The reason why you turned it down was... Maruna is the only Garuda that cares about me at this point. So, if Maruna doesn't want me to go after my lifelong enemy, then I give up my resentment. Should there ever be a reason for me to grow further, it'll be for the sake of Maruna. For me, Power isn't a goal, but a mere instrument. Being able to use 5th stage power won't bring back my deceased siblings. But that same you is all of a sudden wanting to grow. Have you met Maruna while I wasn't there? Is Maruna in need of your power? No! Maruna has... My chair is being irritating. There we are. I really do need to get a new chair. It'd probably be better for my back as well. Not that I really have any back trouble. I'm young and go to the gym, so my back is actually quite healthy. But, you know, it's always good to think about the long term. Speaking of which, you know what it is. It's your near daily reminder to exercise and go to the gym and all that, like, you know? This has become more than a weekly reminder. This is like a, you know, fucking bi-daily reminder. Bi-daily? I mean, that is correct. But you know what I mean. Keep yourself healthy. Trust me. You will thank yourselves in the future. Did he ask you to grow on behalf of him? Or are you trying to pretend like your consciousness is your conscious back? Are you trying to pretend like your conscious back? Your conscious is back. Good Christ! One of you asked in the comments actually why I don't use the unofficial translations when, like, Naya does. I mean, it's mainly just convenience. Like, I read basically everything I read on webtoon, so it's convenient just to have it all in one place. Obviously, there's some stuff that I don't read on webtoon because it isn't on webtoon, but, you know, obviously the fan translations would be better, but at the same time, I'd rather not take any unnecessary risks. And you're like, oh, but Naya does it and he's fine. Yeah, and I probably would be fine as well. But it's also true that within the past year, I have gotten strikes from webtoon. So, you know, I've had complaints from webtoon and had videos taken down, had strikes put on them, so I'd rather not take the risk. You know what I mean? I hope you can understand that I will mock the poor translations, and I do find a modicum of entertainment in it. So, yeah, that's why. At least right now. If it does get completely... one of you has mentioned in the comments as a particularly bad translation I am very much looking forward to. I can't wait to see the context of it, right? I'm genuinely excited for the context of probably the least comprehensible sentence on the planet, right? That is an official translation of something, by the way. But yeah, if it becomes truly, like, just incomprehensible, then I probably will have to switch, but as long as it's mostly acceptable, which it is kind of right now, and obviously you guys provide translation corrections in the comments for me, so it's not like I lose out on anything. Just saying. But, yeah. Unless it becomes absolutely unbearable, I'll be reading officially on webtoon. Just to clear that up. Playing Roltara, hoping to fool me. Season 3, episode 254, Abyss 13. For the sake of Maruna. You're right. Everything is for the sake of Maruna. I don't blame you. It must be hard, believing in my words when I look like this. What should I do, Ron Cyrov? What could I do to make you believe... Bullshit! What does your growth have anything to do with my brother? Such crappy nonsense you came up with trying to grow. It's not a lie, Ron Cyrov. If I grow, I can take back ownership of this body for good. But in this current state, we'll be overtaken again and continue massacring countless lives against my will. Thing is, that isn't entirely a baseless claim, because we saw in the universe, you know, one of the possibilities with Yuta and his body, which had developed the 5th stage, but his consciousness was only 4th stage, was it? I think. And so he couldn't control his body because his body was of a different stage to his mind. You know, that avatar that we were seeing. So it was the idea of if you use the Eye of Perishment on Yuta, then if he develops and is the same stage as his body, he'll be able to control it, right? That was kind of a a proposal that had been made. So that isn't entirely baseless. But whether it will actually work is a different question. Is she in a similar state as you to that one time? See, exactly like I said. No, I can't be sure whether she's telling the truth or not. If what she says is true, if that's the real Roltara that managed to regain control, then the right thing would be to use this item for her. But if it's not, what if her true intention is to unleash hell upon achieving full growth? Then I must not let her grow. Maybe it's better I let her grow as I'd initially planned. What are you hesitating for? Don't you think about buying bullshit stories like that? Plus, that item is mine. So if you use it on me. Damn it. Roltara must have got me all confused. I'm getting skeptical by her as well. Did you hear what I just said? Hey! Would it be jumping to conclusions? Wouldn't it be jumping to conclusions too soon for me to say she's nice after one night of fighting on the same side? There's not much time around Cyrov. Even now I'm barely holding off. Don't listen to this bastard. You're gonna regret it, big time. Fine then, let's do this. Let's make the wish for the item. Something that benefits Maruna. This item grants growth to the Sura. When that Sura and human agree on the same wish wholeheartedly. If you can both agree to the wish I make, wouldn't the item pick the one that's more truthful to the wish? What do you think? Fine, let's do that. And of course I'll be more truthful. He's my brother after all. I mean, technically, so is Roltara. So, what should we wish for? We wish Maruna to be happy? No, I can't agree to a wish like that. The Maruna I've seen was a decent Sura. He's never harmed me in any way. That's because I was of use to him. I'm sure he looks different to those humans who've been victimized for his goals. Simply wishing Maruna happiness could turn out to be a very dangerous thing in itself. Then, how else would we... I wish Maruna to realize that human beings are equivalent to himself. This is the wish I propose. I mean, it's kind of almost already there. That's not even a far-fetched wish. I don't even think you'd need to use the Eye of Perishment on that. Can you both truthfully agree to this wish? It's not difficult agreeing to it. I cannot guarantee that. I cannot guarantee... What? It's not difficult to agree. I can't guarantee it. Huh? Yeah, okay. Good job. Higher proofreaders! Ah! I'd do it. for money, of course. Reasonable pay, of course. But that wish thing, is that supposed to come true no matter what? But I heard wishes that are too absurd don't work. Yeah? Then how about we change the wish a little? I'm sure that wish is an absurd one. I don't see a chance of it happening. A change of it happening. Chance of it, that's just typesetting. Plus, wishing for something like that in his absence seems... I believe in his potential. I wish Maruna to realize that human beings are equivalent to himself. I believe in him too. I wish my brother to realize that human beings are equivalent to himself. Very well. Let's do this. I wish Maruna to realize that human beings are equivalent to himself. Ida, Atu, Kali. What's going on? The item's gone, but nothing's happened. What just happened? Did something go wrong? Or is it a problem to have two Sura make a wish simultaneously? Hold on. Something seems to have gone south, so I'll cancel it and try again. Ida to Vishnu. You are totally fishy. But the first time and even just now. Why are you casting summoning spells? Not to mention the first time you called Kali, and now Vishnu. This is all too lousy. Aren't you just making stuff up to sneak the item away? It's not like that! Seeing how it doesn't get cancelled, the effect of the item is on... Now you reveal your true intentions. These two tricked me. Gosh dang, so confusing as hell. Yeah, you didn't explain the consequences properly. Roltara quite literally explained she didn't know how the item was used. So there's a good likelihood she doesn't know about the consequences either, Ron. You chose to not explain the consequences. You know, that important thing you were told to do, pretty much regardless of the situation. Also, who said that the one that believes that wish most sincerely is those two? Who said that it was Roltara or Kalavinka that believed that wish most sincerely? He's suspicious as hell, but it feels wrong letting him get killed. Seriously. You... Whatever you're up to, you better pay me back for your life, for saving your life here. Something's not right. My heart, it's been hurting so badly. As if something's entangled around it. Hang in there. I think I see a familiar passage. If I remember correctly, the stronghold of an ally clan is in the nearby entrance. She wouldn't dare pursue us there. And she's not, but there's more eyes. Who do we think is developed because of the eye? Who do we think that eye has benefited? I do indeed wonder. We'll see. We'll see. Year End 5, Sura Realm. Yaksha Clan's stronghold, huh? The Yaksha Clan, huh? Tadia! Tadia! Kalavinka, you... Shh! I don't want to get caught and make a fuss. So can you help me this once? Can you help this once for me? His partial surified appearance resembles that of the Yaksha clan, so I thought maybe he could get some help from your king. Hanuman isn't in the condition to help anyone. He sustained huge damage while trying to help the god Hava. This is the only place where I could leave him and know he'll be safe. Please. Alright. I'll pass the word, but I can't guarantee how things will turn out. Thanks then. Where are you going now? I thought you were finally back for good. I'm going to the abyss. What? I still haven't finished what I have to do. And what is that? Saving the future. That might die today. Season 3, episode 255, Abyss 14. I'll probably make this the last one for today. These are the people, the weird shadow people. Get up, Ron Syrov. Until when are you going to stay like this? Have you given up? Nothing matters to you now. And to think that all you were about. And to think that you were all about your family. But in the end, you're just like the others. What Yaksha did was all in vain. Shut that mouth! Don't say stuff like that! Who do you think is the king of the clan that you belong to? Hanuman! You have changed quite a bit. And you've gotten younger than last time. There's no need for an explanation. The me in that era didn't know what was happening, but now I do. Ron Syrov. First things first, I should address the current state of your body. I did diminish your pain intensity for now, but it's not the solution to the problem. Now, how in the world did you come to equip the pledge token in your heart? I'm just so fucking clever. I'm just a genius. I am just the greatest intelligence on the planet. Like, nobody does it like me. Nobody does it like me. I mean, I've been wrong about many things before, but when I'm right, I'm just so right. You know? When I'm right, I'm just so right. You can't even compare. Unreal. I'm just unreal. I'm just him. What can I say? What? That item is in my heart? That's right. Although your heart is a syrup part, its growth is impossible. There's no way that thing would have been equipped properly. It'll only make you suffer, but he couldn't unequip it either. As far as I know, there's a way to undo it with the deal when the deal isn't legitimate. Have you tried it? Yes. I used it, but the item never got returned. Now what could the issue be? This is highly unlikely, but maybe wishing for something that's already taken place. No way! There's no way it could have come true! My wish was for Maruna, of Clan Garuda, to perceive human beings as equivalent living beings as himself. So you used the item with Maruna in there. What? Maruna in mind? No, the... Oh, I see, but yeah. No, the Sura I was trying to grow is another Sura. In other words, apart from the Sura you aim to grow, you wish for Maruna to turn over a new leaf. The item got equipped for a wish like that. That's weird. Isn't the equipping part guaranteed as long as the wish isn't something impossible? After all, the wish itself is just a verification step of the Sura's truthfulness to the wish. You're wrong there. The wish isn't just a mere step in the whole process. It becomes the purpose for the growth of the Sura that agrees to that wish. The very Sura that grows using the item gets fixated on that purpose, to the point their mind gets all twisted. Had the Sura you were trying to grow obtained her growth through the item, they just knows it was a female, through the item, then she would have made Maruna's change the mission of her life and obsessed over it until death. Your face tells me you're hearing this for the first time. I mean, if that was the true role of a wish in this growing process, then all those Sura that have obtained theirs through it didn't have a good end, obviously. I don't know about others, but at least 3 out of 4 I know of devoted their entire life to that wish until they died in vain. 2 of them held grudges against the dragon clan Nastika, Utpala. Obvious enough, they obtained their growth wishing for Utpala's death, and got killed after they went up against him, believing they were strong enough to take him down with their new powers. Long after those 2 Rakshasa died, Utpala also died in a battle against the Nastika of his own clan, Taksaka. So, in the end, their wish came true in a way, since Utpala did die. But he died in a way that the loss of those 2 Rakshasa had nothing to do with. They both died in a ditch. And the other one wished to get rid of god Murugan. But for some reason, the item didn't respond. So he changed the wish to making Murugan's life miserable. He was able to grow with that wish, or was able to give Murugan a hard time by killing him several times. The god resurrected every time. And the last one to die was the Rakshasa, due to other gods collaborating to rid the world of him. The issue was, after about 100,000 years after the Rakshasa died, so did Murugan. The jurisdiction he was overseeing disappeared, and as the corresponding god in charge of it, he lost the power of resurrection and perished altogether. Then, why didn't the item respond to the first wish of getting rid of Muragan? Shouldn't have reacted to that wish in the first place? That's why this whole thing is fishy. The probability of the wish. That's the key triggering factor of the item, depending on... That's the key triggering factor of the item, depending on Kali's subjective perspective. Oh, fuck. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hella making this the last chapter. I'm hungry. I gotta eat food. I gotta have some scran. I've got some scran today. I got a fucking pie. I'm eating good today, boys. Think about it. How would a mere item know when the chances of something happen or not? I've read that wrong. Know the chance of something happening or not. Since the item's power cannot surpass that of Kali's, its maximum range of scope is Kali's subjective expected range. In other words, Kali couldn't predict Murgan's perishment when the Rakshasa had his first wish. Aha. Perishment, huh? Whereas all the other wishes, such as Anastika will die at some point, or a 5th stage Rakshasa messes with a god, could easily be predicted. Almost as if it were too obvious. You see now? All Kali does is lure Sura with something obvious, framed as a wish, and destroy them. It looks easy and tempting, like your wish would come true as soon as you reach your growth. But it's nothing like that. But the fact that it did react to my wish should mean that there's a chance of it happening. No. I honestly thought that the item would not respond to it. But it did. Even if that's just Kali's thinking, I feel like there's hope. Who knows? That probability itself might not be what you think it is. I told you that 3 out of 4 had gotten their wishes come true. Aren't you curious about the last one? Is it still ongoing? The 5th stage, but the wish still hasn't come true? No, that Sura's wish is not yet, but more like it will never, because the basis of what makes up their wish doesn't exist anymore. Their wish was to die defending Yaksha. Well, technically that is still possible, because Yaksha's heart is still around. It was when Yaksha was still alive, and my friend grew based on that wish. I guess Kali thought Yaksha would outlive my friend. Anyone who knew them would have thought that way. That there'd be no way the first king of the Yaksha clan could die before a Rakshasa. But Yaksha did die before that Rakshasa. Superficially, the reason for his death was the humans and the Asura clan. But on the deeper end, there were many other gods. And then, there was Vishnu. Not even Kali could have predicted Yaksha's dying due to Vishnu's intervention. And with his death, that Rakshas's wish, now impossible to come true. Then, did the whole contract go into null effect? The item get undone? No, they still have the item equipped. The growth stage also remained as is, because it is still possible. Because Ran has Yaksha's heart. Part of Yaksha yet lives, so you could still die protecting it. But mentally they became even more disturbed and unstable. Their wish can never come true at this point. So why is the deal still ongoing? I think I've answered that question. We have no idea. The only speculation we could come up with is something like, rather than Yaksha's life, they're defending Yaksha's name and honor. But that's bullshit! She shouldn't know better. The true intention of that wish was to keep him alive. That's the type of god Kali is. The purpose of the item is to create chaos, using Suras with mental flaws. And the wish is a way to justify that fixation, to bring about the mental flaw and breakdown in Suras. This is why Nastika that know better try to stop Rakshasa growing through the use of this item. But of course, there are always those that won't listen and use it no matter what. The one who taught you how to use the item, how to use this, hasn't told you any of this? No, I haven't heard any of this. I really thought a wish was just a formality in the process. Such a lousy explanation for an item with such danger. I'm very suspicious of the entity's intentions. Who's the bastard? You think you can tell me? That's... Talia, step outside for a moment. Will do. Try again. You still can't talk, even when Talia isn't listening. I'm sorry. I'd like to tell you, but... Jerks. Not only do they deceive this young and naive creature, they put him through this harsh journey since the beginning of time. On top of that, block his voice, so he can't even let out his frustration. I can only imagine how hard it must have been for you, kid. Huh. Wait, is that tears in your eyes? That's pathetic. My apologies. It's just I haven't felt this safe in such a long time. I've been hanging in there all the while. It's my bad for not being able to support Vishnu sooner. I've lost Yaksha, Shuri, and put my descendants through hardship. Saying Shuri triggered Siri there. Stupid creature. Tell me, if there's anything I can do to help you from here, I'll do my best. Shouldn't you undo the item first? My apologies, Hanuman. Akasha came through all of a sudden, and I couldn't possibly... What's with this rudeness, Akasha? I came to help, Hanuman. You and Godhava have no idea what happened in the year N5, and took the damage. Oh, we're finally getting a closer look at Akasha's face. But I knew you had been preparing for it. Akasha, you have gone from being I trust you to I'm very, very suspicious of you as a character now, Akasha. But yeah, I'm going to end this really quick because I'm very fucking hungry. So yeah, with that out of the way, I'm going to let you leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell should be around your usual YouTube stuff, memberships you really like. And with that out of the way, ta-ta. Bye now.